Thank you to the Bending Saiyan for their generous donation on Patreon. If you would like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. Hello everyone, my name is Decalink the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Murdoch's Route in the Smoke Room. There it is, Murdoch Chapter 2. Just keeping up with Murdoch is a workout on its own. Just a day and I'm already starting to miss my time at the brothel. Didn't take much time at all to get in the mood for my last client tonight. He wants my mouth, and I just want to suck. Doesn't matter who he is, I'm already sticky when yeah, okay. He gets harder as he watches me paw. It feels good to have this energy again. I want all of it so bad I start to whimper. The marble-furred fox holds my head down as he bucks his hips. I swallow my reward with each hot burst. It sends me over the edge too. He doesn't back up when some of it gets on his leg. He just groans and lets it happen. I clean off his balls because I'm still in the mood. Thanks is all he says before he leaves, and for once I'm grateful. Things rarely get to be just transactional. Starting to think that the sex in a whore's line of work ain't the thing that bothers me. It's when a client knows that they ain't just trading money for a service, but a part of your life. Trying to get as much of that as for free as they can. I know I can't whore forever, but I don't think I could be just a shopkeep for the rest of my life. I can't stay put being just one thing forever. I wonder if Murdoch has an out. Suppose that's his problem to worry about. But we both share a bigger problem. I know we both saw what happened to that picture. This is why I don't like being alone with my thoughts for too long. Hard to think about these things when there's a dick to focus on, a job to do, and a jolt of bliss. Easy. Simple. Alive. So I'm going back to that shop in the morning, and I'll stay for as long as it suits me. I didn't sleep the best last night, but being out and about in the day helps limber me up. Front of the store looks less crowded than yesterday. Step inside. Alfred is handling a few customers at the front. I stroll around the store looking for Murdoch. No sign of him anywhere. I walk towards the back closet where a dark room is and knock on it. Nobody answers. Lean my head against the door for a few brief seconds. Judged by the lack of sound, nobody's inside. Just the pictures of Jack. Singing in the dark. All by themselves. Funny, ain't it? Even your photographs end up abandoned in the ass crack of the world. Just the old times, eh? You dirty old bastard. This is a waste of time. I know the room's locked, and Alfred, or Ralph or Alfred would ask questions if I lurked around the door for too long. But when I look across the store, I can't help noticing a part of the store dedicated entirely to photography on the opposite side. A lot of interesting characters. Let's take a look here. There's the school I see over in the corner there. I think that's the water tower from, I think, the main menu. Some old pictures of people. Looks like a family portrait of foxes near the top there. A marriage between a couple people. This I don't see anything quite important. I don't want to say important, but anything that's like, oh shit, this probably nothing sticks out as being entirely noteworthy. I check out the display case first. It's mostly just photos and envelopes and nature photography. This one's catching my eye for some reason. Can't decide if it's beautiful or if there's just something bothering me about it. The wall on this side of the store is full of pictures against fancy wallpaper. It looks like a showcase for the types of photographs you can order. There are tags for different kinds of frames, styles, and sizes. Everybody looks so still and perfect. Like they're made of porcelain. Like they're props. Whoa. That motherfucker. Whoa. A couple of. What the fuck? Hold up. Oh, wow. I know this is totally killing the mood here, but like, all right, so like Grandma Fox sitting in a chair over on the left here, this one, her, or I don't want to say grandma necessarily, but their eyes close, and I'm going to get grapes off the screen. I don't want to just flaunt that thing or whatever. The silhouettes get a twisted smirk. The house near the bottom of the frame here, under the text box, their lights go out. Up near the top, I don't know what that is. There's something, and the little one by the silhouettes, something props. I need to get closer here. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I have no fucking clue what that's supposed to be. And then, of course, the big obvious one is fucking Bull Magoo gets fucking skinned alive. Hi there. You need... I don't remember. Is Alfred the fucking Australian that we've come to know? You need some help? No, I'm fine. The old fox gives me his scarecrow smile. You just look a little under the weather. It's the fox, so it's not. Was because of that picture. He points to the one that's in my hand. I hold it up and take a look. There it is. Oh, it's the canyon. I don't see anything really wrong with it. Wouldn't surprise me that it has you spooked. My son Murdoch took that one out in the wild not too far from town. Feel my brow furrow. He's talking to me like I don't know who Murdoch is. I just introduced myself to him yesterday. That valley in particular is feared. Some say that there's a beast that lives out there that's as big as the mountains. Like a Goliath? It's hard to keep the impatience out of my voice. Like a big old slug that dangles from the mountain top. Drops down on the whole mess of campers and gobbles them up. Oh. Oh, good. We just played that, Cliff. We got a fucking slug. That's what that fucking shit is. Ah. So. Speaking of Murdoch, I was looking for him. The old fox beam turned into a look of consternation. He leered at me for a moment, small green eyes squinting as if putting one and two together. Well, he'll be at the school right now. Shit, that's right. Picture day. Put that back where you found it. The old fox was still talking, but the volume of his voice is raised to a shout. You'll smudge up the sides. Sorry. Now hurry on down there to the school. Yes, sir. Oof, old lunatic. I break into a sweat. It takes me about 15 minutes or so to get there. As the sun beats down on my neck. My hands are on my knees and I'm panting. There's so many people here today. Oh, shit, that's my landlord. Kids are running every which way, but most of them are headed to a clearing behind the school. There's patches of grass beneath pine trees and of open space. I see rows of tables set up with silver platters on top of sheets. Smell of firewood and sizzling meat lingers in the air. Glazed breads overflow from woven baskets. Jars of jam and honey are stacked in pyramids. Glittering pie discs shine with sugar and from under glass domes. I try to find a free adult to speak to, but the only ones I can see are preoccupied with their son or daughter fussing with their clothes or the fur. There's a group of girls under a pine tree up ahead. Bit nervous to approach them, though. Probably think I'm a weirdo. Still, I need some directions. Dead birds. Nothing good about it at all. Blythe? Who the fuck is Blythe? There's nothing extraordinary about dead birds, Melissa. Birds don't live very long. Yeah, but birds don't live birds don't live very long, Melissa. 20 of them just up and died. Groups of people die all the time. Why not birds? And why not the work of Providence? Surely Providence has more important things than birds to be bothered with. I'll bother by all things great and small. 20 small things to be exact. What, you counted? Course I did. I could kill 21 birds if it would make you treat me just as special. Oh, I know you could, Blythe, but this was different. I swear on the Bible. Swear on the tromping grounds. Stars above, Blythe. I'd know how committed she was to this fancy if she did. Well, Melissa's voice grows stern. Some man is minding us. Oh. You're that handyman that busted into our class the other day. She sighs. Need something, I suspect? Just looking for my employer. If you mean Miss Burns' old brother, have you checked the auditorium? He's usually there all day on picture day. Makes things easier. Thanks a bunch. Hope you both find him. Chill goes up the back of my neck. I turn around expecting to see somebody like Murdoch's mother, but there's nobody but a disorganized crowd. Excuse me? I'm by myself. Huh. My mistake. The heat must be getting to me. My tail can't help but twitch oddly while I walk away. Sometimes kids just see some shit. I remember when my mom is also someone that believes in the supernatural, paranormal stuff, and freaked her out real good. Not on purpose, mind you. I was a little kid. Couldn't have been but a few years old at most, maybe 2 or 3. And she had me up on her knee, and she had this mirror, this hand mirror on one side, and it was glass. The other side, it was just it was a plastic backing, and it used to belong to my mother's. It would belong to a grandmother in the family, but now it belonged to my mom. And so my mom was playing with me a little. Maybe I was more like 1 or 2, because she was playing with me and she would show me the mirror side, and she'd be like, "Who's that?" And I'd be like, "Hey, it's me." And she'd be like, "Yeah." And she as a joke turned it to the plastic side, it doesn't have a mirror on. It's like, and she said, "Who's that?" And I said, "Grandma." She put that mirror in the drawer, and we went about our business then right quick. She was not happy about that one. All the girls are dead quiet now. I didn't like that one bit. Made me feel like a giant weirdo, except they were the ones being odd, lousy kids. I head into the front door of the school where the secretary is waiting. I sign in. She gives me another visitor's pin. Hallways are flooded with coming and going parents and students. Slip into the auditorium and look around. On one side of the stage is a box room. It looks to be made out of a frame and curtains. Murdoch standing in front of the crouching crowd of students with a large standing camera on a tripod. All done. Enjoy the picnic. I step between the seats and let the group of students rush past me. Sorry I'm late. Fox still hasn't turned around yet. Crouches to pick up a canteen of water, takes a sip, and then puts back down, turning to face me. At first, I was beginning to worry that you wouldn't show. Then I remembered I forgot to tell you to meet me here. So that's my fault. I apologize. Nothing to be sorry about. We both had one thing on our mind yesterday. Fox's expression softened. I rarely just have one thing on my mind. But the photograph. The doors of the auditorium open loudly. The seniors are next. We'll have a lot of individual shots to take. Her expression sours when she sees me. Why isn't he dressed properly? Her gaze turns from me to her son. 32 years we've been holding semi-annual picture day picnics. Every man, woman, and child in Echo who grows up in Echo will be proud of the days spent in these halls. On picture day, they will dress their best, be served a plate of home cooking and pie, and be proud of themselves and their community. And we will look our best when we serve them. Ma'am, I apologize. It's my fault. These simple things are the best clothes I own. She smiles at me. Now, dear, you don't have to lie to cover up my son's mistakes. He's a grown man. He should have told you.
because he knows how important this day is.
I overlooked it. I'm sorry.
She shakes her head. You sure are, but it can't be helped. I'll be back with a vest and a hat. Luckily, I know just the place to find them.
Her gaze turns to Murdoch again.
You will mind the seniors when they arrive. I'll be back.
She leaves within seconds. Christ. The hell was that? Fox's expression seemed distant. What do you mean? I mean, why do you let her talk to you like that? Oh. That's just normal. She's always like that. I just tune it out after a while. She has her ways of getting things done, and so do I. That's all. I won't let it be your problem. I could feel my mouth break into a scowl. I won't either. Door opened again. Gretchen was back with a gray vest hanging from one of her arms and a derby hat.
This belonged to my cousin, but he got too twiggy for it. You look close to the right size.
She thrust the hat and vest into my hand. I didn't hesitate to put it on. The fit was snug and the cap was tight. But I could move easily enough in the clothing.
See, a handsome gentleman was hiding. Now let's give today our best.
She leaves the auditorium again. I try to bring up the picture again, but students start rolling in, giving us little time to ourselves. The next few hours drag on. Students fidget and clatter while Murdoch tries to instruct them to pose a certain way or sit still. The vest is hot and itchy, but I'm feeling the sweat bead on the back of my neck. The next few hours go by slowly. By the time the last student is finished with their shoot and exit the auditorium, the two of us are breathing in relief. Murdoch closes his eyes and takes a seat, leaning against the railing. You doing all right, Fox? He rubs the bridge of his nose and opens his eyes again slightly. A bit. Just need to eat something. Why don't we go out to the picnic then? Somebody might need to make up a shot. Happens often enough. Why don't we go out and get a few plates for ourselves? Murdoch just shakes his head, still breathing heavily. Just go. I'll be fine. I'll bring you back a plate. He opened his eyes again and gave me a weak smile, then shook his head. He's probably dehydrated. We've been working our asses off. Once I'm outside again, I make a beeline for the tables. There's considerably less food now. Pick up a paper plate and start piling on meat and veggies. I don't actually know if Murdoch likes pie, but he's getting a slice anyway.
Well, look what the wind blew in.
Oh, of course you're fucking here, aren't you? Nearly dropped my plate. Cliff? I hushed my volume to a whisper. The hell are you doing here? I realize at this moment that that one of Murdoch's sisters stands next to him, the tiny astronomer with the tiny glasses that sit on her snout. The carrier was encouraging the whole town to go. I was told this is something of a tradition.
Isn't that why you're here, Sam? He's helping my brother with the picture day events. Pictures, you say? I am in need of professional photographers.
You know I'm not a photographer, Cliff.
I've been having an extraordinary day discussing ideas with Mr. Tibbets. He has an excellent eye for details. Perhaps the both of you would get along famously.
We're already acquainted.
Yes, but we could be better acquainted. Speaking of acquaintances, come meet us, Holly.
She waves her arms spastically in the air, and I follow her gaze. Murdoch's other sister, sporting an emerald plaid summer dress, glides toward us. To her left is Ralph, stalking towards us, who's one of the last people I want to see right now. To her right, on her arm, is the marbled fox I sucked off last night. Shit. The universe continues to conspire against me.
Good afternoon, darlings.
Her glance flicks to me.
Working one of our longest days of the year on your second day isn't the best of luck.
She fans herself in the paw with a paw as she speaks.
I hope the picture day picnic doesn't scare you away.
I force a polite laugh. I've dealt with scarier, miss. Of course you have. You've met my juniors. Nothing too scary, I hope. Good Lord Almighty, I need to escape this.
Well, if the rest of you can be brave, we'll just have to follow at our wedding next week.
Escape this right now. Congratulations. Right now.
This is my fiancé, Jim.
What the fuck are you doing, Sam? Good to see you. Why? Jim the fox I blew yesterday looks me in the eye, then away, then nods gruffly. Why won't God let me die right now?
Do you have a bug stuck in your throat, Jim?
She rolls her eyes. Ralph is squinting at me. I don't think Murdoch is feeling so well, so I want to get a plate of food to him.
He better not be skipping meals again.
Sick.
If you're bringing Murdoch a plate and a drink, then I must insist that I do the same for you, Sam.
Thank you. That is a wonderful idea. I am leaving now. My pace is nearly a jog. Maybe I should insist on being a waiter to Harlan. What? After all, I still haven't spilled Murdoch's food yet, moving this fast. That conversation took longer than I thought it would. How dreadful.